Ukraine has begun attacks on Russian ships in the Black Sea as an apparent response to Russia's targeting of Ukrainian ports and grain storage facilities, an escalation which could dramatically affect shipping, impacting fuel exports and global food supplies. Two Russian ships were attacked on Friday, a Russian Navy vessel and a Russian tanker. In footage released by the Ukrainian Security Services, a sea drone is seen targeting a Russian Navy ship in the port of Novorossiysk, a vital Russian export hub and Navy base. The sea drone was reportedly carrying 450 kilograms of explosives. The drone can be seen approaching the ship at speed before footage is lost as it presumably explodes on impact. Further footage is circulating on social media, reportedly showing the Russian warship listing to one side as it's taken into port. A second attack was conducted against a Russian tanker near the Crimean Bridge. Ukrainian officials claim the tanker was being used to provide fuel for Russian military operations and had previously been sanctioned by the United States for supplying jet fuel in Syria. Footage also released by Ukraine shows a similar attack, with the sea drone also carrying 450 kilograms of explosives. A significant explosion was reported after the attack. Russian officials initially appeared to deny the attacks were successful overnight, claiming 2 attacks by sea drones had been repelled, but other officials later acknowledged damage to the engine room of the ship. These attacks represent a significant escalation in the Black Sea, a vital sea route for oil and grain, and follow significant Russian attacks on Ukrainian ports and grain facilities. These developments would also seem to correspond to President Zelensky's warning of the war coming to Russia, with one presidential advisor saying that drones are changing the rules of the game, returning the waters to full-fledged foreign jurisdiction, and ultimately destroying the value of the Russian fleet. The US is making plans to place armed sailors and soldiers aboard commercial ships traveling through the Strait of Hormuz in response to a number of seizures and attempted seizures of oil tankers by Iran. This would be an unprecedented step and reflects Iran's increasingly aggressive naval activity in the region. Iran has employed tactics such as intercepting commercial shipping and then accusing those ships of colliding with Iranian naval vessels as justification for boarding and seizing them. Iran has harassed or seized 20 oil tankers in the past 2 years, according to the United States, with the most recent incident occurring in July, where 2 Iranian ships attempted to board 2 oil tankers in the space of 24 hours. One of the oil tankers was fired upon by an Iranian vessel, with pursuit in each case only ending when the US deployed Reaper drones and a missile destroyer to intercept the ships. This follows further deployments to the region to deter Iranian harassment of shipping, which includes thousands of Marines and F-35 and F-16 fighter jets. In the last week, the troop and aircraft-carrying Wasp-class USS Bataan has also been dispatched. Keeping the Strait of Hormuz open is a vital priority for the White House, with 20% of oil and 18% of gas consumed globally moving through this narrow corridor. Given rising military activity in the Black Sea, further disruption to the global flow of fuel could cause significant price increases. And finally, President Macron has, according to The Times, reprimanded his spy chief for failing to predict the coup in Niger, a country France relies on heavily for its uranium imports. Approximately 24% of the EU's total uranium imports have come from Niger. France has been losing influence over its ex-colonies in Africa, having already been pushed out of Mali, Chad and Burkina Faso after a series of coups. France has around 1,000 troops stationed in Niger, which has a vital role in targeting terrorists in the region. These events cement the West's fundamentally declining influence on the continent and the rise of Russia and China, with Russian flags seen waving at demonstrations in the country.